That was a misjudgment.
8.
He was just playing a gentle little shot there to take the white off the cushion, leave a straight red into the corner. And just have a look at this. So it's still quite lively.
I think he's got enough room to get the rest in between the 2 reds that are just above the white and the pack of reds, so he won't be worried about using the spider, I don't think. Now whether he can hold it for the black, that's the key thing here. He can go around the back of the black to play for pink or blue, but he'd like to stay on the black from here. Appears to be playing with topspin, so I'm surprised there he didn't try and screw that in. Now, has he covered everything? I don't think so.
John Higgins, 8.
Well, that is quite amazing. Just to score 8 points from a leave like the one he had, but it was just when he potted the black, he came off the cushion just that bit too far.
One.
Bit short of pace, but shouldn't be a problem. As long as he avoids the brown and green, he can finish on a couple of reds. 2 to the left of the pink are on, and that one to the right is also available. And there you can see where he's put the white, he's left himself a choice. Clever
6.
shot the way he played it, because had the white have finished shorter, he would have had a red in the corner. Had he have ran a bit further, still had a red in the right corner.
Seven.
Well, you all watched Ronnie, the frame before the mid-session interval, almost made the high break of the tournament, 107, and wobbled the last red. I'm sure young Ding John Way was watching that and thought his £10,000 first prize was slipping away, but it's still fairly safe. That's quite a target the young Chinese player set, a break of 141.
15.
A little bit close to the white for the black for comfort, because if he was further away, he could go into them here. But the fact that he's very close makes it a little bit more difficult. So may just screw out for loose reds. He has that slight angle, which if it had been farther away from the black, he would have played into the bunch. He's not played that very well.
22.
Good recovery.
23.
Still not out of the woods yet, though, because the pack are nothing available into the corners. There's one available into the baulk pocket and 2 in the middle.
Haven't heard it from a while, really. That's your flat back pack, isn't it?
Well, that one's quite loose, so it'd be nice going into those, but unfortunately the angle's not there, so he can't do it.
So he needs a good pot to keep the break going here. Good long red.
30.
Screw back nicely on the black. It's all about the pot here. You've got the perfect picture of it.
great pot.
31.
Needed the white just to bounce a little bit higher. Still got that poor angle. See how hard he had to hit that to try and generate some speed.
Foul.
That's unlucky. But you see how he had to rely on good fortune there because of the
John
angle
Higgins
he had.
7.
Try to bounce the cue ball in to get in among them, and I don't know whether he's done any damage here.
Yes, he's had bad luck and a little bit of good luck. Bad luck to knock the red in, good luck to leave everything safe.
John Higgins will be quite pleased to have got back to the table only 8 points behind, having missed that relatively straightforward red. Players of this class, it's unlike them to have caught the blue. Not straightforward to score because the black is on the cushion. That's the easy colour to get onto. A little bit more difficult to punch it out off one cushion for the pink in the middle. So not guaranteed to score heavily from here. Decided to risk playing for the black.
1.
The red at the bottom of the bunch.
Yes, if he can pot the black and just get out, he can leave that red anywhere near that circle, and the back red of the little bunch would be on, but he's got to be very delicate. I don't even know whether he can manage that. He's screwing the other side, and it was a funny little angle.
John Higgins 1.
I'd much rather play as your choice, Dennis, purely because you've got, playing it slow, you've got every chance for the black to drop. Playing it that way, you've got to hit them really good. And it just caught the near jaw, as you saw from our slow motion replay. And at pace, when the cat's in near jaw, you've got very little chance of them going in. Playing them slow, it perhaps would have gone in. So that's 2 chances it had, and only 24 points scored.
Well, if he snookered on the black and he can't get through to the pink, that's incredibly bad luck because it's so close to the red, he can just get through to the black. I was just thinking, Willie, the way Ronnie won the Embassy World Championship and then started the season winning the Grand Prix, the way he was playing, I thought he was going to win everything this season, and along came the young Scot Stephen Maguire to beat him in the British Open and then the UK Championship. So it stopped Ronnie right in his tracks, but he seems to be getting back to his best form again.
Yes, and I think a lot of other players have improved. There's been a few
8.
players out of form, but John Higgins, Stephen Hendry appear to be back to somewhere near their best. On the other hand, people like Matthew Stevens, Mark Williams are still struggling.
9.
And it's nice to see Ray Reardon back again. I think Ray was missing for a couple of tournaments, but
15.
working with Ronnie, and you see Ray around the practice table with these big upside-down glasses on, Willie, as well. The fact they're bigger than the ones I used to wear. But he certainly helps Ronnie in the tactical side of things.
Yes, I think that's been key
16.
this week. The fact that when Ronnie has played a poor shot, he's really knuckled down with his safety and played excellent safety. We know he's one of the game's great break builders, but the safety is improved when Reardon's around. Seems to take a lot more care. Meantime, he's 29 in front. 2 reds, 2 blacks will just
23.
be enough, but you'd expect him to pot the next 2 reds.
30.
Well,
31.
good response. It has to be said, John Higgins had the first chance, but just ran slightly out of position. You only need to make one mistake when the players are showing this sort of
37.
form.
38. $41. 42.
You'll see the cue power here. Well, he's just not straight, so he could stun up off the side cushion or screw back with the reverse side. It depends which way he fancies the shot. Played the screw. To the side to hold for the yellow.
49.
So once again, a frame-winning break
51.
from O'Sullivan. Breaks of 95 in the first, 107 in the fourth. And 54 and counting
54.
here.
$58.
Not bothered about the blue,
58
trying
on
to
the
force
frame,
up for
Ronnie
the pink,
O'Sullivan.
but it was irrelevant. That was a terrific break from Ronnie O'Sullivan. One mistake and he took the frame. He's back in the lead at 3 frames.
Thank you, frame
Left-handed,
6.
he has done virtually
Ronnie
all week.
O'Sullivan to break.
He feels he can swing the cue ball around a little bit better playing this break left-handed for some reason, but 9 times out of 10 does get it right. And he got it right again.
Eight frames to be played in this session, with a possible 11 this evening.
Quite clever from Ronnie, that, because John would find it very difficult to get behind a baulk colour off this safety. He's hit it hard enough to get there. It's a good effort.
That's a very good shot. The angle the white took off the top cushion just showed you how much side he had on the cue ball. It's such a difficult shot to play, that. Now he's hitting it with extreme right hand side. Watch the white. Pink's gone a bit awkward now for the return safety shot. That's why Ronnie just had a little shake of his head. If he comes off the red to the left of the bunch, he could cannon into the pink. In fact, that's the only red he can see. So if he plays it, got to be a wee bit careful if he tries to get the white back down the table. Once again had the side, but look where the red's gone. He had a lot of side to avoid that pink, and if somehow John can drop this in and finish on the black, it could be a good chance. And he has a little bit of margin for error. That little circle there, if he can get the white there, he'll leave the gap between the two reds for the black. But he'd have to be very precise. A long way to travel here with the cue ball. Now, can he get through to the black? He was straight, obviously, on the red, so he was limited to what he could do. I think he can pot the black, but there's no position. The white would just miss the reds, the left side, and go up to the balk area. So no real value in it, Willie, is it? It'd just be 7 points.
Yes, that's the reason he's looking at the safety off the green.
Green ball. John Higgins 1.
It's almost a snooker, believe it or not, but not quite. The corner of the pocket, as you can see, he couldn't go up the left side of the table. Well, there's a bit of a chance, but the crowd still appreciated that. It was such a good safety shot, and he's left a half chance for Ronnie, but it's all about the white here. If he takes this on, natural angle would take it into the black or reds. I think it's worth a bit of value of maybe potting this, Willie, or trying to pot it, and just, he knows he's going to cannon the reds, but he might finish on the black.
Certainly be playing it at pace, I would suggest, but try to swing it round the back of the black, and as you suggested, Dennis, very hard to miss the black. I think if he'd played it plain ball, he would have missed the black and gone into the bunch, which I think would have been the better choice. But look at his side he's put on, trying to get round the back of the black. So both players have potted a red and refused a pot now. They'll be playing safe off this one.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
I think the crowd are certainly enjoying this. They've seen the big breaks made, and now they're seeing a nice little tactical battle from two of the game's great break builders. Well, that's a long way short, is it?
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Well, Ronnie just debating. Not a lot of value in having it put back because, well, he can't see a better safety, so no problem for John Higgins just to play it a little bit harder. And even with a bit more pace, he wouldn't leave any.
Okay, John, Ronnie.
Looking at the option whether we can get the rest out and play around the back of the black off maybe 3-4 cushions in behind the yellow. He'll be playing with a lot of left hand side here to swing it in between black and blue off the cushions and try and get him behind the yellow. That would be his thought. Just a little bit narrow with the white there. The reason he wanted to go that side because of the red and pink, because John's going to have to be careful if he plays off the pack where the red and pink are.
Needs a thin contact, and I'm just wondering if one of the reds he's playing, he might snick it in this right corner and still avoid the pink and red. Oh, he's hit it too thin, but that's what he was attempting. And the fact he's hit it so thin, the whites come right back up the table.
It's unlike John Higgins to hit a ball so poorly as far as a shot to nothing is concerned.
Dear me.
1.
That played with the left hand is exquisite. Not only the pot, but look at the control of the cue ball. And if the red next to the black spot is available, it's a great chance. And it is.
Yeah, John will be, I'm sure, very disappointed
8.
the way the match is panning out, purely because Ronnie's safety success rate is down at 73%, which tells us that John Higgins is getting chances every frame.
9.
Ronnie's really making his chances from Higgins' mistakes, not from his good safety. When you're down in the 70s, obviously your safety is not very good. But today, Higgins at this moment is not taking advantage.
16. 17.
Just look at Ronnie's pot rate success, 97%. I mean, John Higgins is at 93. I think Ronnie, just been informed, has missed 3 balls out of 90.
24.
Keep doing that, you're going to win a few tournaments.
Make it all the tournaments.
25.
Yes, it's very tough over any distance to get a pot success rate. Anything above 95 is just unheard of, really. But it's at 97 at the moment. I would think it would go down before this session is finished. But as Dennis just mentioned, we're in the 5.5 frames played, and he's only missed 3 balls. Very, very consistent.
31.
Just underhit that slightly. Still okay. Just red, just a little bit of a distraction there.
$38.
Might have to go for the blue here. He's a little bit short again with the position. You could see the angle. He couldn't get onto the black.
39.
Well, he's got choice of reds here. Just stunned down the line, doesn't have to play any cannon. He'll have the red on the pink spot all the way in the right-hand corner. Choice of reds.
He just looks to be taking control of the match at the moment. As I said, John Higgins has only made 1 mistake in the previous frame and 1 misjudgment with the safety in this frame. But that's all it takes against this man in this form.
45.
Maybe John's last bit of hope there, the fact that Ronnie's finished a little straighter on this black than he wanted. Got to avoid the cannon on the pink and the red if he plays the screw back. If that cannon's on and he can't use the pocket, he may just play for the one that's on the pink spot. Look, it's very close to hitting those reds. That's why he's played for the one that's on the pink spot. Didn't want to risk going into the red or the pink.
52. 53.
Oh, does he have the same problem here? Very close to being the same problem. Yes, that was always a problem. And he's been lucky there, really.
60.
Well, he started this effort with a cracking red with his left hand. And it looks as if he's going to clinch the frame with another left-handed shot. And this is where the left hand is so useful on this type of shot. There's the opening pot with the screw back to get on the black perfectly. And there's the left-handed pot that seals the frame.
61.
Yes, one to start the break and one to win the break. Win the frame, I should say. So this is excellent. Very, very good.
Well, he's potted. He might as well pot one with the rest. He's potted them
68.
right-handed, left-handed, and now one with the rest.
69.
Perfect angle to play the cannon should he wish. Oh, it's a shame. He deserved a century here because this break was superb. Good pot needed
76.
to keep the break going.
You could call that a good pot, Willie.
Position was poor though, wasn't it?
Yeah, his position on the black was poor for us, but not for Ronnie.
84.
He'll pot them from anywhere.
Well, you can have a pound on this one if you want.
Go on then. I've got Willie Thorne's pound.
$85.
Double quits, he doesn't clear up.
Well, we might as well have a double.
89.
Oh no! What is happening here? That could be break by the end of this game.
90.
Well, they're absolutely loving it. The crowd here at the Wembley Conference Centre are enjoying every
95.
ball potted here.
$97.
Shame. Fantastic break from O'Sullivan. Once again, a one-visit frame-winning break from John Higgins. Walks out for a break. O'Sullivan goes further.
$17.
Doesn't have the angle to hit the red directly above the black. That's the angle he wanted to get onto the black. He's a little bit too straight for that. Now there's a gap in between the two reds to the left of the pack. I just wonder whether he's going to play the stun through that gap to try and get onto the black again.
24.
That would be very precise.
$25.
Yes, he thought he'd pulled it off there, and then suddenly that cannon. So, as you mentioned, Willie, it was a very small gap to try and get between. Because he'd freed another red, hadn't he? The one just to the right of the white, but now he can't pot the black, so it's going to be a safety.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25.
Keeping the pressure on. John Higgins has had very little to go at with regards to pots, and he's having to play these difficult safety shots. Pink slightly in the way here, so he has to be careful. Surely the white's not going to go in that pocket again.
I think that levels the run of the ball up, really, doesn't it? Unlucky to go in off last time. Fortunate when having hit the pink to have not left an easier shot than this. Probably knew the pot was on, but the important thing was to cover the right-hand side of the table with the blue, and I think he's done that. I don't think at first glance John Higgins can get back into baulk from here. Pink's in the way down the left, blue's in the way down the right. May have to come off the cushion, Dennis, and rest on the two reds. I can't say anything else.
Yes, it's a bit of a problem again, but Ronnie O'Sullivan's safety has been extremely good. And when he's playing as well as he is, and his safety games like this, where's the next chance coming from for John Higgins?
Yes, he's got to be careful here of the 3 miss rule here if he doesn't rest on these reds, because clearly you can see the red that's on the pink spot full ball, but can't play into that. He's looking at twice across. Well, maybe not. Once across now. Load aside being imparted. I don't know how he's going to get away with this, playing it this way. That was very risky going that way.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Back.
Yes, he's having to put so much side on the cue ball to try and create an angle to get to those reds, and if he hits the 2 reds with any sort of pace at all, he could push one of them on.
This is one of those situations where if this red was possible on the pink spot, you'd have a go at it and just try and force through the pack, but the fact there's nothing on, he can't play a hit and hope.
He could get to the potting angle, I think, and we may be able to show you that where it was before. That's where it was before, and that's absolutely spot on. Well done, Paul Collier. Oh, nickname Fingers. Used to operate the scores behind the scenes. Very good referee. Now he's trying to get to the reds, but he's got to be careful he doesn't hit the black this side.
That's what he was worried about. That could have cost him the frame. Once again unlucky, I suppose, to kiss the red half ball. If he'd have kissed it full ball, this red wouldn't have been on.
He really has looked so focused throughout the week, Ronnie. He's been around the practice area and in the players' room with friends, and he just looks so relaxed.
Well, normally there would be no need to go into them from here, but it was such a good pack to open them up. He decided to risk it there. There was a couple of loose reds on. But Ronnie looked playing to screw back into that gap there, because he's trying to bring everything into play with one shot. And that's how aggressive this young man is when he's at the top of his game, which clearly he is today.
No.
See that one shot now? Left everything in the open, and John Higgins virtually needs a miracle not to go 5-2 behind from here.
$16. $17.
The thing is, John Higgins is not missing any pots because he hasn't had a chance to go at a pot. It's just been
24.
A couple of safety shots he's attempted that's left Ronnie in, but Ronnie 25. Has created that because of his good tactical play. So the way he's playing at the moment, he's sort of unbeatable because his safety's perfect, and when he gets 32. A chance, he's clinching the frame.
Yes, just having looked at all the 6 frames, I can only remember, I think, on 2 occasions out of the 6 where Ronnie's got in on his own. So, as you rightly 33. Say, Dennis, it's been Higgins' poor safety that's let Ronnie in early with easy shots rather than Ronnie having to pot a good long ball to get the break going. Virtually every frame Ronnie's got in from a Higgins mistake.
38. 39.
Frame completely
45.
Safe now, and the barrage of breaks continues.
46.
95 in the opening, 107, frame 4. 58 in frame 5, 97 in frame 6, and now this.
53.
How do you stop him?
54.
Well, the last frame of the session coming up after this frame, and a frame I think that Higgins needs to win desperately. We said that, how was it last year when Ronnie O'Sullivan led Paul Hunter 6-2 at the interval? We thought Paul Hunter didn't have any chance. He came back and won. So Ronnie's got previous of losing a big lead.
62. $69.
Well, they will have about 2.5
70.
hours before this evening's session, so I'm sure John Higgins will maybe get a little bit of practice in and just relax and come out firing
75.
this evening. But he could do with the last frame, as you mentioned, will he?
77.
Yes, this audience have been treated really to a masterclass in break building here from John Higgins. About 7/8 full.
80.
It's going to virtually be a full house this evening.
$84. $89.
Stunning snooker from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
$95.
The second century of the match. That was a magnificent break from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He extends his lead. He's now 5-2 in front. A lot for John Higgins to think about. Well, it's just...
The left-handed break not perfect this time, but he'll be pleased to see that the black's gone safe, because it means this red now is not a possible option unless he tries to swing it round the back of the black from this angle. Very tough.
Yes, I think John's got to try and make something happen in this last frame, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't attempt that. But how long is it since he's knocked a ball in? It's just over 16 minutes since John's last pot. You'd like to see this disappear down the pocket.
Yes, as you rightly called, Dennis, tried to make something happen, but the angle literally, you know, that was about a 4 out of 10 pot he took on there. But he's got a good white. Really tried to dig deep to force it around the back of the pack. Done well to get the cue ball back where it is now.
John just looking to see what he would leave if he had a go at this red up into the left corner pocket. It's the only red he can see. He needs an easier red to get in. But he knew, with leaving the white where he has, that there would be nothing easy for Ronnie O'Sullivan. But the way Ronnie O'Sullivan's playing, is there anything safe on the table? Where's the cue ball? I think he can get past the green to the potting angle, but as I say, he could do with something maybe easier than this for a starter.
The way I played that suggests that perhaps the potting angle wasn't on.
Can he get in behind the brown? Well, I think the brown's far enough off the cushion to try and nestle in behind.
It may risk the double at the same time. The key thing, of course, is getting the white in that position you were suggesting. Yes, he's just played the snooker, didn't get enough side on that time. Really turning the screw at the moment. I can't remember Higgins coming to the table with an easy shot in this session.
Now, he needs a good length with the safety shot here. He's got to play a few really good safeties, John Higgins, to try and get an opening. That's a better length with the cue ball.
That's his normal safety though, Dennis, isn't it? And that's something that's not happened today. I mean, to get Higgins' safety success down in the middle 80s is unheard of.
There's no value in Ronnie attempting this pot. There's no colour available. It's getting a little bit complicated with those 5 reds around the black spot and the pink tied up at the moment. Brown on the cushion, so not a lot available to either player. Leave this white just to the right of the brown. He'll be in good shape. And that's made it very difficult for Ronnie to return the safety shot here. He's going to have to keep the white up. Well, he might be able to get round, but just leaving the white up this end. The advantage slightly with John at the moment. He can play a little flick off the red. It's as if he was trying to get a cannon onto the brown. That's the sort of shot he'd be trying.
Yes, the reason he played that, because he got 2 chances of either leaving the white tied on the cushion or leaving Ronnie hampered. Now this is the first chance in this safety exchange. The pot could be taken on here.
Yes, it's the type of pot that John is so good at, but you know, it's so long since he's had a pot. 23 minutes almost. He could do with this going in. It's just that he's been kept off the table and he just can't get in. These are only half chances. When he's playing well, he'd knock 95% of those in.
1.
Yes, I'm surprised John played in such a way to have left that red. I thought the only red he could leave on was the one he was going for. Perhaps he might have been better off screwing it in and playing for blue or bought colour. The fact that he's left an easy opening, it's red and then half ball blue into the pink would be the next choice, because you can't win the frame where pink and black are at the moment.
6.
Even this is awkward, left-handed for Ronnie. Tucking his waistcoat in, he's a lot of excess fat there. He keeps himself so fit, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
7.
Well, I think he's got the half ball blue. He doesn't have to play this at pace. Needs to make something happen, because you're not going to win a frame where the balls are at the moment without bringing something into play. Well, decided to hit it hard and hopefully bring black and pink into play. He's got the pink into play, but no black. Unlucky where the cue ball's finished.
12.
Couldn't have played it any better, but he needs a very good pot to keep it going here, close to the cushion. These are far from easy, but he is in the mood at the moment, and when he's in this mood he refuses very little. Big shot coming up.
Yes, he'd be playing the gap in between the reds and trying to get the cue ball right over the left hand side of the table to try and play it as a shot to nothing.
13.
Good news and bad news. The good news is he hasn't done enough. The bad news is pushed the easy red safe. So he's going to have to find another good positional shot.
I think he'd be pleased with this, because at one stage, watch Ronnie's reaction. He thought the white was going to go in the pocket.
The red over the corner will still pot, but the pink's in the way just to roll the blue in and leave that nicely. So he needs the gap in between the pink and the red, and I think he's played it nicely. Yes, there was
18.
plenty of room, wasn't there?
$19.
Ronnie played to get on the pink there, but that white just seemed to keep on going. A little nudge has worked out okay, because he can still get the blue. Now where's that white? That spoiled this position. He would have been on a red for the left corner.
24.
He's going to have to play a difficult one with the rest. And believe it or not, he's played quite a few shots with the rest, and he's still at 100% success rate. 4 out of 4. Can he make it 5 out of 5? It's tough. Now where's the red going to finish? Well, Ronnie can't believe it. John Higgins
25.
can't believe it. The crowd can't believe it. What a fluke to
Settle
go into
down,
the middle
please.
pocket at this angle. Now, if you were going to try and just shoot the white into the middle pocket from that angle, you'd be lucky to get it.
The fact that the yellow's off its spot here could help Ronnie, but he's decided to take the blue. Needs to screw back somewhere near where his head is now for those two reds to the left of the black. But I thought the pink, you know, as long as he avoids the cannon on the yellow and blue coming round, he should get nicely on these two reds. Don't know whether he's hit this hard enough. Well, that's just magnificent, isn't it? To the inch.
31. $32.
Gone a little bit further again, but the pink's still on, and he'll develop the 3 reds. So this is a bit of a key shot coming up. Already 32 points in the lead with the aid of that quite remarkable fluke.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32.
So John Higgins has got a chance. He's had very few chances in the last 3 frames. They've all been difficult pots. This is an easy one.
This is a massive red to get rid of, because it's now got the path from the blue to play into the black and reds if you want. Whereas if that red was still there, that shot wouldn't be on. I think he should risk it now. I don't think he should risk playing for the loose red, purely because it's the perfect angle. He's almost bound to push a red to the right-hand side and get the black free. And the thing is, you know, I'm not saying that's the wrong shot, but now if he doesn't get an angle on the next colour, it could be end of break, and it shouldn't have been.
6.
Yeah, I think the left of the 3 reds is available into the left corner, but he's still got to get back nicely to be able to leave himself on that.
Well, he's unlucky there, to be honest. I mean, he tried to develop the black, which he has done, but he's pushed the 2 reds covering each other. Just watch this red come off the cushion and just line up for the other red. I mean, that's the kind of shot he would have got off the blue and would have been on choice of reds with the black in play. He's now going to have to play a tough shot. He's got to get up near the pink spot area to get onto this red. He's played it nicely.
$14.
Still going to be very difficult for John. Just look at the reds, how they're situated. But at least he's still got a chance in this last frame of this session, a frame he badly needs.
Yes, we know that the black's not available in the left-hand corner. I just wonder whether the red is, because he's
15.
on the angle now to be able to get onto that red. If it's not, though, he can just kiss into the red and black here and still be on choice of 2 reds. There you can see the black's not available. So the little slow cannon into both of them. Doesn't want to put the black on the cushion, though. That's the key thing here. Needs the black on and off the cushion. It's just when it's not going for you, Dennis, it just doesn't go for you, does it? That's the worst place it could have gone.
20.
Yes, he's faced with a very thin cutback, and well, he's heading over towards that red and pink with the cue ball.
$21.
Yeah, when you're playing really well, every little kiss, every little cannon, it always works out perfectly for you. When things are not going quite so well, it's always just a fraction either way. But he's right back in this
26.
8th frame now. Third frame is the only frame we didn't have a big break, a break of 37 from John and that, but every other frame was finished with 1 visit.
Very straightforward to get onto the red to the left of the black spot here. And now the work starts. He'll be reluctant to play for the black unless he has to. He'd like to get onto the blue because it's a bigger
29.
target to bring reds into play, but the angle he has, he may have no option but to play for the black.
30.
Well, he's got the perfect angle, and that other little white there, if he drops there, he'll leave this red, and he could possibly develop it, but as long as he leaves himself in the gap, he'll be okay here.
Another key shot coming up, an angle on the next black to better kiss one of these reds into play. Whatever happens now, his favourite to take the frame. especially if he gets this next red and black, because where the two reds are,
38.
the lead's going to be quite significant.
Got the perfect angle to bring the red into play here. Playing to drop in behind it. He's played it well.
45.
Judged to perfection. White on the cushion. It would have been very difficult.
Sure.
So once again, needs to get a good angle. I wouldn't shout that out too often. Someone thought he was being very funny, saying, "Come on, the referee," but it's there. And he's got the angle on the black.
46.
Can he bring it into play? It's unlucky. It's unlucky. Got the double kiss. That would have given him this last frame.
53.
He's made over 300 century breaks in his career, John Higgins. This 50 break has been up there with any century he's made because he was under the extreme amount of pressure, not a lot of balls available when he came to the table, and to make 50 from where he did, it's first class. But that's once
John
again
Higgins,
a poor
53.
safety.
Yes, he was just inches away from clinching the frame. He would only needed that red that he tried to disturb, the blue and the yellow. That's a clever shot, especially with your left hand. Look at this, he's got the snooker. Brought the black into play. Got the white absolutely where he wanted. And John needs a bit of good fortune now, because this red could go anywhere.
Yes, he'd love to hit it off two cushions, not one, to leave the white at this end of the table. But can he get in behind the red to do that? He tried, but that'll do. Plenty of distance between cue ball and object ball. If O'Sullivan takes the pot on and gets it, well, you have to say good shot, because this is tough. I'd be surprised if he takes the pot on. He could play up and down with the red over the pink and black spot and try and get the white on this back cushion, but he's looking at the pot. He's looking at the pot. I wonder whether he'll take it on.
Well, he put everything into the pot.
John Higgins, 4.
The last thing that Ronnie thought would happen would be the white go in the opposite corner. It was an unbelievable pot that he pulled off there, especially with the butt of the cue in the air. And I'll tell you what, you could try
Settle down now, please.
to pot the red and get the white in. You could try it 100 times and not pull that off. 25 the difference, just the yellow needed.
Well, if the yellow goes in, I think we're in for a treat this evening. John Higgins has remained in this session and remained in the match when he's been totally outplayed. And that's every credit to John Higgins to have won this frame from where he was a few moments ago. He was 32 points behind with reds all safe. He developed a situation into a 50-odd break.
5.
And the night session is not to be missed.
Ronnie coming to the table.
John Higgins, 5.
Although he requires 2 snookers. Not often you see that from Ronnie O'Sullivan, but it shows you how focused he has been. But a great performance from John Higgins in this final frame of this session.
And very nearly a snooker that would have been very hard to hit. But there's room to get through.
Ronnie at the moment needs 2 4-point snookers to tie. If he gets a chance, he might pot the brown, because then he would only need 2 snookers to win.
Well, the knowledge of the angles of these guys is superb. What about this for a shot? Higgins, in my opinion, Dennis, is probably taken over from the mantle of Steve Davis being the best player, knowledge of angles, but that shot from O'Sullivan was up there with the very best.
Too narrow. They're awkward little shots, those, you know.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
And the reason he wanted to miss it on that side, he didn't want to miss it on the other side, because he could have hit the pink. Always difficult to judge those.
And he's had a bit of luck there, John, once he's missed the snooker. The fact that the white's gone on the cushion makes it very difficult. If the white, Ronnie could have got his hand on the table, where the brown is, it would have been a good chance to get back in behind the black, but not from here.
He just acknowledged that he didn't mean to pot that, but now, as I say, he only needs 1 snooker to win, because it will be a 5-point snooker. And how close is this? Not quite.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
You all see the in-off when you're in a situation like this. I mean, normally the in-off, you don't even contemplate it, you know, potting this and going in-off in either the middle or the corner. But when you do, the opponent needs 1 snooker, all of a sudden the pockets seem to creep out at you. Well, I'm sure his heart may have missed a beat there. How badly he hit that.
Yes, the natural angle would have taken the white towards the pink, and he hit it too thick, and that was why the white headed towards the middle pocket.
Needs to avoid the pink. He has done. Needs to get the pace right. Another great effort.
The pink and black are not ideally placed. You always want a colour a little bit closer to a cushion. Has he fluked it? Has he fluked the snooker? No, too hard. I'm sure that's something that Ronnie has been working with Ray Reardon on, because Ronnie normally, he need 2 snookers to tie. I remember he used to just...
Ronnie O'Sullivan gets out of this. It would be incredible for somebody of Higgins' class in the snookers department. Got to play it quite pacey, because he'd leave a free ball if he missed it, if he played it slow. And he has missed it.
Foul.
This is incredible.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 5.
They're always difficult to hit when they're out in the middle of the table like that. So, John Higgins, just some 5-6 minutes ago, thought the score was going to be 5-3. It's not yet.
Well, it's a good angle to get in behind the black again if he wants, but I don't blame him for taking the pot on either. It's a choice here. Decided to play the snooker again.
Now, maybe a bit of a chance for John Higgins to try and get a snooker. If he tries to get in behind the black, the blue will be heading up towards the corner pocket. Depends on how much pace he plays this with. Oh, that's not a good shot. Okay, he hasn't stuck the blue up, but Ronnie can keep things safe here.
Oh, what a frame to finish with. You almost feel like saying Higgins is in the match if he wins it, and possibly out of it if he loses it. But we suggested earlier on in commentary that Ronnie was 6-2 in front last year against Paul Hunter and lost. And Ronnie was playing fantastic in the first session last year, as he has done today.
Well, they've had an absolute treat this afternoon. They've had big breaks, they've had some tactical play, and now an exciting climax to this session. That's a good shot from John.
This is attempted to screw on and off the cushion with the cue ball and try and get him behind the black with the cue ball. But the only problem is the blue's going to be in the middle of the table if he plays that. If he needed a snooker, that's the way he'd do it. He'd screw off the blue on the side cushion, back in behind the black. But the fact now that he's got his snookers, he daren't really risk the blue being open play to let Higgins, have a chance at the blue.
That's the shot that Willie was suggesting there, but you've got to keep the object ball safe. That's the main part when you're in this sort of situation. Has he pushed it safe? He hasn't. This is possible.
Do you think he'll go for this, Dennis?
I think he will. With all that's happened, John Higgins will want to have a go at this and finish the match just 2 behind, but it's a big shot. And it's a bit of a stretch here. Well done.
Good pot.
5.
All the hard work that O'Sullivan put in and was reluctant to play an attacking safety for the negative shot. In goes the pink, and John Higgins will breathe a massive sigh of relief. He's still in this match. O'Sullivan played superb, but only won the session by 5 frames to 3. He'll be disappointed with that.